Where everybody at, man? Watching Jerry Springer or something? I don't have to know how you all feel about it, but I'm going to speak on how I feel about the shit, right? All New York, but when I say East Coast, I'm talking about any one of these motherfuckers that you heard talking about, like they blood or something, you know they from New York, Florida, or whatever the case may be. That's what I'm talking about when I say East Coast. You get what I'm saying? Far as like Jim Jones, all of these motherfuckers that screaming Nine Trey, motherfucking G Shine, Sex Money Murder, the list goes on. Those are the people that I'm talking about that are fraudulent. Now, you had this nigga named OG Mac. Now, let me tell y'all about him, right? OG Mac was a dude supposedly from the Bronx. All right. The nigga gets locked up, right, in Rikers Island and shit, right? The nigga take it upon himself to start the East Coast Bloods and shit, right? So, do y'all know that OG Mac, right? The nigga that started the East Coast Bloods, like anybody over here on the East Coast claiming they bloods or whatever, OG Mac started this shit, right? And he didn't tell motherfuckers and shit that he got his knowledge and shit from a Crip nigga, a eight trade Crip nigga and shit. You get what I'm saying? Which is the rival set of the Rolling 60 Crips. You get what I'm saying? So the nigga got his goddamn intel and resources and shit and knowledge from a Crip nigga named oh my god, how I can forget this shit. Oh my god. The dude was legendary too, man. Oh my god. See, it's a whole lot of shit going on with me today to the point I might lose my train of thought just like that. But yo, what was this nigga name? It'll come to me while I'm talking this shit. But OG Mac read dude book and shit, right? While he was locked up. The Crip dude, the A-Trade dude and shit wrote a book that all the gangsters and everybody pretty much read and like love, even though you was a rival, the rival set of the A-Trade Crips. The motherfucker goddamn book shedded a light on a whole lot of gang shit, far as like the Crips, right? So on the East Coast, OG Mac, the motherfucking read that book and shit, right? So OG Mac took it upon himself, like, yo, I'm a goddamn take what I hear, what I got from this book, and I'm gonna revamp this motherfucker, revise this motherfucker. So y'all hear me said that the knowledge came from an eight tray Crip dude in LA and shit, right? Why did motherfucking OG Mac name the Bloods Nine Trey? You get what I'm saying? So I'm basically telling you all that OG Mac, the founder of all Bloods on the East Coast and shit, got his knowledge from a Crip nigga that wrote a book and shit in LA. And this book was so powerful and shit, motherfuckers took from it. So look, the dude name will come to me. Oh my God, he our rival set too. He the rival set for the Rolling Sixes, but he wrote a book. But long story short, actually yesterday I was talking to OG Mac and he said, "You are all right." So yeah, man. So yeah, come on in, trolls. I like that y'all bringing me views and shit. That's what I've been waiting for the last few days and shit. I'm from North Carolina. The last few days I've been wondering where the fuck y'all been at. I was like, y'all been watching Golden Girls or in the heat of the night or something in the process of me doing these lives. Where everybody been at, but I see motherfuckers right here. But yeah, back to the story and shit, right? This gonna ruffle fellas. And I said this a lot on my channel. I done made reactions and videos to this shit. Nine Trey, the Nine Trey gangster of Bloods and shit, right? Sex, Money, Murder, G Shine. Any one of these niggas that you feel like is from the East Coast, but they claiming a blood set are fraudulent. These gangs and sets are not sanctioned. I'm talking about the Bloods, KL. I'm talking about the Bloods. Marcus, what's up? I'm talking about the Bloods and shit, the East Coast Bloods. When I say East Coast, I'm talking about from New York all the way down to Florida and shit. Y'all know these sets to be claiming like they Nine Trey, they G-Shine, Sex, Money, Murder and shit, right? So let me finish my story up. These niggas are not sanctioned from LA and shit. These niggas took it upon them. Well, the nigga OG Mac took it upon himself to start the Bloods and shit, based off the knowledge and history that he got from I'm good, Crow. Salute. The knowledge that he got from Monster Cody. That's his name. I couldn't think of that name for shit. And he our rival and shit. He a rival to the Rolling Sixers, but dude named Monster Cody. Y'all look him up, Google him. He's rest in peace now, but the nigga Monster Cody, OG from the 8 Trade Gangster Crips in LA and shit, right? The motherfucker that wrote a book, right? That shit had everybody reading that shit. Street niggas, gangsters, niggas in jail and prison or whatever the case. OG Max says you gotta tie them motherfuckers down. They be clapping. But yeah, look. So he read that book, right, and what he took from that book, he went he went to niggas and shit, acting like he had LA ties and shit. The whole time the nigga ain't have no California ties or none of that shit. He just started jacking Bloods, and when you heard talk of motherfuckers saying they jacking something, they took it. So basically, he took Bloods and shit and made his own meaning and his own shit and try to act like he didn't get it from Monster Cody book. But long story short, go to LA, right? RIP to Monster. He wrote Mac Salute. So you already know what I'm talking about. That book that he wrote, OG Mac of Blood over here on the East Coast and shit, took it upon himself to go out here and spread some type of propaganda and shit to the point that shit is based off of fraudulent information. Everything about that shit is goddamn false and all of that shit. You get what I'm saying? They are not sanctioned from no LA games. They ain't even sanctioned from goddamn Crips. I mean, excuse me, y'all, from Compton. You get what I'm saying? But yo, you got Corey King. He was the founder for the G-Shine Bloods and shit. You got all of these motherfuckers, right? Everybody calling OG Mac a rat years down the line and shit, right? But once that you found out, like, yo, okay, this nigga is damn a rat or he bad business for what we claiming and shit. I seen OG Mac on Gangland while they had that TV show. Yeah, but look, OG Mac and shit, right? This motherfucker like ain't sanctioned on none of that shit, but the niggas that he made OGs and shit, right, to different sets and shit, right? I'm trying to figure out, like, right, do y'all know that once niggas found out OG Mac ratted on a certain case or something years ago or something before he started the Bloods, motherfuckers denounced that nigga and continue on with the Blood name. So I felt like if y'all feel like OG Mac was bad blood and shit like that, why not change the name Bloods anyway? You get what I'm saying? VTM salute. So why not change the whole Blood name anyway to like the East Coast Scabs, the New York Stains or some shit? East Coast Bloods, New York Bloods kept the name Bloods and shit, even after the fact that they found out like OG Mac got his information from a Crip book. Monster Cody, rest in peace. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So you got Pistol Pete, right? You can't really consider Sex, Money, Murder, SMM a motherfucking gang like that. You get what I'm saying? Because that was a street fraction of a certain area in the Bronx that Pistol Pete had something to do with. And when he got down, went to Rikers Island and shit, right? OG Mac respected that nigga, knew of him from the town, knew how he was goddamn firm about shit, knew that he was a leader. So OG Mac came to him with a proposition like, yo, I want you to be a part of my shit. You get what I'm saying? The Blood shit. And the rebuttal was supposed to have been from Pistol Pete, like, yo, if I be a Blood or whatever the case may be, I got to be the OG. I got the motherfucking that shit got to be my own fraction for a sex money murder. So that's why y'all get the sex money murder bloods and shit because they really wasn't bloods. They were just street niggas and shit before Pistol Pete met OG Mac. So while he doing time with OG Mac respected that nigga and passed him the torch. You get what I'm saying? So this snitch told on Hothead. Who is Hothead? Smoking with Drew. Salute. The streets know what you did. Where you been at VTM though? Where you been at, man? Yeah, same to you, man. Nice meeting you. But I don't respect. Man, do you see goddamn the sunlight outside? It ain't like I got shit on at nighttime. What the fuck you asking me this shit for? Y'all need to be goddamn answering and giving a rebuttal to all these niggas y'all fear over here claiming they bloods and shit. Jim Jones, all like 9 Trey. I'm like y'all do not believe me, but y'all, you know, just for your information, he also a woman beater. Just for your information, who me or the dude I'm talking about, OG Mac? Cause I ain't gonna lie, I put hands and feet on a female if she disrespect me. So over here, you get no fabrications. Everything is real over here and authentic. I don't be hiding shit in the stories I tell. I put hands and feet on a female if she disrespect me. So and what? Anything else y'all want me to be real about? This goddamn channel based on reality. A lot of Damus and Cali didn't respect Mac when he tried to reach out because of that. Yeah, like that. Why would you? Because the nigga ain't reach out to them motherfuckers. Like this is what I've been trying to figure out all these years of shit. Angie, happy Friday back to you. Do y'all know that gshine, sex money murder, 9 Trey can't go over there? You don't know. All right. To go over there to Cali and shit, they better not like you couldn't pay them to go over there and be on blood type of timing. So when Jim Jones, like when you got East Coast Bloods and shit, when they go to LA and frequent and club and get their money and bread and shit, these niggas from the East Coast that be claiming all these blood sets and shit, right? That's not sanctioned in LA and shit, right? When they go to LA, they don't be on that game banger timing because LA do not respect East Coast game banging. They really don't respect out of town game banging. You get what I'm saying? Even for the Crips and shit too. Like them Crip OGs and shit like that, but they fail to realize that OGs from LA, Cali, or whatever you want to call it, the West Coast and shit, right? Got family members over here down south or somewhere on the East Coast or something. So while they're ducking the 3 strikes law in California or whatever the case may be, don't want to get in trouble no more. They know if they get in trouble, that's a life sentence. The 3 strike shit. So motherfuckers move over here to North Carolina, down south, Florida or whatever, wherever their family members at, and goddamn bring the gang shit along with them. So when you got niggas over this bitch claiming like they rolling 60s and shit like that, from Crenshaw or Slauson or whatever the case may be, never been to the turf or land or whatever the case, that shit is frowned down upon as well. So to answer dude shit when he said like they didn't respect OG Mac when he tried to reach out, exactly, because majority of them motherfuckers don't respect us over here claiming West Coast sets any goddamn way, and we on the East Coast, and we ain't even been over there to the land. Some of these motherfuckers made a good valid point, like, motherfucker, you ain't get to fight in these little alleyways. You didn't have to take certain routes to and from school just because of the ops was on you. You was in an opposition gang or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's some goddamn real shit right there. And I respected it. You get what I'm saying? And they were basically speaking on motherfuckers on the East Coast gang banging LA sets and shit. Motherfucker, you ain't get the squabbling for this name or for this set or whatever. So what gives you the audacity to be over there in North Carolina, Florida, or wherever state you in to be jacking or claiming blood or even Crips? And soon I find out anything else about like Crips and shit like that that's not sanctioned, I'll speak on them as well. But I'm gonna do that in another live. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so true, Mac. No, they do respect out of towner. They just don't like when you banging a set. It ain't never been to the land. Exactly, fact, and that's what I got from like OGs. I got that shit from Nipsey Hussle as well. But what puzzles me, Nipsey Hussle be on all of this goddamn not liking motherfuckers to be banging the set in other states and all of that shit, right? But this nigga is throwing up neighborhood in pictures with Bobby Smurder and the GS9 and shit. And when I said that I was gonna speak on East Coast, I ain't biased. I'll speak on Crips as well. That Bobby Smurder shit, that shit is goddamn fraudulent as hell too. Cause the nigga that started that shit, that Bobby Smurder and them claiming and shit, right? The Crip shit, they're not sanctioned in LA neither. So like I said, instead of me putting that shit in this live, I'll do a different one just for the content. But where's OG Mac? OG Mac supposed to be serving a 55-year sentence. Like he got out of prison, like state prison and all of that shit, right? Was on the streets or whatever. Then he did some more fucked up shit, right? I forgot what he did, but he did something serious to the point where they sentenced him to 55 years in the feds and shit, right? So you pull his shit up, it'll say Florence 80X or some shit like that. But this nigga named Scheme Team and shit, he a blood nigga as well from New York and shit. And I used to watch his content and shit. And he made very valid points about OG Mac. He was like, yo, can't nobody tell you they went to high school with that nigga. All you know of is like his later years, as far as him being in the streets, bringing that blood shit to New York and shit, being in the Bronx or whatever the case may be in his later years or whatever. But can't nobody tell you like, yo, where he at now? Like all these niggas that's doing time in the feds that went in and it came home. Ain't now one of these motherfuckers say, yeah, I done bumped into OG Mac on such and such yard, or I done bumped into OG Mac and goddamn at such and such prison. The nigga doing straight. The nigga got 20 more years to go. He done been there 23 years. Like shit, like ain't nobody speaking on that nigga. So the point I'm trying to make is like when that nigga Scheme Team was speaking on OG Mac, he a blood nigga saying this about OG Mac. And the nigga said that he think OG Mac was a federal like implant or some shit. Like some type of implant from the law and shit for the plate he was placed in the environment to start a gang or something and for to take other people down. That's what motherfuckers was saying about OG Mac. But don't nobody really respect OG Mac like that because you know once you have something dealing with touching with kids, not to say he did that, but y'all know the street rules and shit like you touching kids or you homosexual, you didn't snitch or whatever, you frown down upon and shit. So that's why niggas never gave OG Mac the respect like that because they felt out like he supposedly snitched in a case before he was a blood, like started this blood shit. So you know how your old shit will come back to haunt you later on in life. So they connected cuz tap in on with the Sixers in LA, that Quando Rondo. So see, I know Quando Rondo and Gunner, cause it's a certain OG and shit from LA and shit that was cool with Big U and shit. That's in Atlanta right now. And if you hear talk about little baby, motherfucking Gunner, like I want to say that nigga Duke too. That nigga named Duke. That's with YSL, like with Young Thug, that Crip Rolling Six nigga. Like I want to say like it's an OG nigga that came from LA and shit. and like put them niggas down and shit. Like them niggas sanction like Quando Rondo. I don't even want to speak on him because I don't know how he's sanctioned. You get what I'm saying? He's sanctioned because he's representing a sanctioned gang. But far as his put down and put on, I don't know what OG like came around and said he such and such. You get what I'm saying? But the nigga had Big U ties as well. You get what I'm saying? So I think Big U connected the dots with some of these motherfuckers and shit because one of Big U's sons was going to school in Atlanta or some shit. So they saying Big U's son said something about Gunna. Gunna got put down. You get what I'm saying? Like put down on the hood and shit. So his shit is like official. They saying like Gunna can strap. You get what I'm saying? So Big U had something to do with Gunna getting put down. It's some OG nigga that frequent with Big U and shit that put niggas down in Atlanta and shit. So when you hear talk of Gunna, Lil Baby and them repping that shit, it's from that OG and shit. See, that's what I was talking about. If some of these Cali niggas and shit gonna be mad at out of towners, which is like niggas in the South or the East Coast or whatever the case may be, if y'all gonna get mad for niggas like jacking y'all sets and shit like that, he never was put on. He was quoted on. He paid his way in. I don't know. Like Big U came out his mouth and said like Gunna got put on. You get what I'm saying? Like he said Gunna got put there. That like when Big U had that little show or whatever he had podcast or whatever, that nigga was speaking on Gunna and that nigga said Gunna got put down. That's what he said. He said he got put on. He squabbled. He said Gunna got hands. A couple of more other motherfuckers said Gunna got hands and shit like that. So I don't know if Big U sons and shit motherfucking got something to do with that Crip shit. But they said that Gunna used to fight with Big U son all the time. One of them, all I know is one of them. I don't know about two or whatever, but yeah, man, like some more and some or Caliphate. I was talking about. Oh, all right. And see, later on down the line, motherfuckers correct their shit though. You get what I'm saying? Like you, like if of course if you ran into Big U to interview you and all of this and that. Come on now, we all know Big U. Big U ain't gonna have you sitting around here talking about you neighborhood rolling sixes and you ain't damn been to the turf. So you best believe. And look, matter of fact, that nigga had to be motherfucking some because um Quando Rondo started hanging in the hood and shit. And you know our rivals is motherfucking Hoovers. Not let alone goddamn 8 Trey and shit. You get what I'm saying? But the nigga riding around with other Crips throwing up Hoover killer and all of that shit. So that's why I said you some people can correct their shit later on down the line. And that's what I think happened when he ran into Big U or whatever. Like Big U got him situated. Probably like, yo, you gonna have to go to the turf, get a squabble or two in, or whatever the case may be. But after that, it's like motherfucking Big U was speaking on motherfucking Quando like he was official. So this is just me thinking and shit. Like how they paint a picture of Big U, I would think Big U would be like, not want nobody else to be claiming their shit. So like, yo, you want to be claiming our shit, you gonna have to go to the turf and get the squabble in. So that's what I think happened with that motherfucker. Big U was the one to check in with. Yeah, so exactly. So I'm saying like Big U goddamn interviewed Gunna and motherfucking Quando Rondo and shit. So this is me just thinking like if Big U such of a real one, far as like his cripping and shit, you ain't gonna you this nigga right here claiming the same shit you claiming. Oh hell no, we ready to get your shit right, buddy. So that's what I'm thinking. Like even if his shit won't correct, that shit got corrected after he met Big U because that nigga started throwing his shit up even more. And he was already flagging way before that Big U meeting and shit. But after that shit, that nigga was throwing up shit like a motherfucker after that. And he was hanging with like the other homies and shit in the neighborhood and shit. I don't want to say he was on Slauson or Crenshaw, but he was hanging around the other homies and they throwing up goddamn. These is real homies over the way. So I'm saying he hanging with them, throwing up Hoover killer and shit. Yeah, so back to this East Coast shit. I don't care what blood set in New in on the East Coast. I'm talking about all bloods are fraudulent and knockoffs. They are not sanctioned from Cali. And once you found out, like, yo, OG Mac betrayed us with this blood shit, right? Why didn't y'all reach out to one of these other blood or Pyru niggas and be like, yo, this nigga misled us and shit, man? You get what I'm saying? Like, can we correct our shit so we can be sanctioned? Ain't now one of these niggas did that shit, right? So these niggas on, you got a whole lot of New York niggas on some shit like, yo, yeah, we know we respect that it came from California or whatever the case may be, but don't tell us we can't such and such and such. We done lost plenty of motherfuckers from this shit. We done put in too much pain and blood, sweat, and tears for this shit. Like that's supposed to be an excuse for jacking another motherfucking gang and shit. You get what I'm saying? You jacking another motherfucking gang and shit, and then you motherfucking feel like you don't got to check in or do none of that shit. That's what the New York Bloods did. You get what I'm saying? So let one of these motherfuckers from New York or the East Coast go to Cali talking about some G Shine. They're gonna get G Shine right upside the head. You get what I'm saying? Sex, money, murder. Any one of these, I can't even think of them all. The Brims. Any one of these East Coast sets that y'all be looking at these niggas, be like, oh, he a blood right there. I'm telling you all, these niggas are fraudulent. These niggas are not sanctioned or none of that shit. And then you got like Jim Jones and shit, right? I think this Pyru nigga ain't validate the nigga, but he gave him an okay and shit. See, Jim Jones won't stupid. Like he know, like, yo, these niggas ain't jacking us claiming blood and we ain't even sanctioned. And we over here on the land. So I think Jim Jones reached out to the OG and shit. I want to say OG Wacko. It's one of them blood niggas, not Whack 100, but he a OG nigga and shit. And he was the cause of Jim Jones and the game doing that motherfucking video in Cali that time and shit, with all them real bloods and shit around. That's how Jim Jones got around that shit because he reached out to the OG. You get what I'm saying? So that's basically checking in or whatever, but you better not be over here talking about you goddamn 8 tray, I mean 9 tray, sex, money, murder, G Shine, or none of that shit. They don't respect the shit. It's not sanctioned. Whack 100, goof ass gave Jim Jones that pass. No, motherfucking, it's a dude named Wacko. He's supposed to be a blood nigga or something. I don't know if he Pyru or he blood. You get what I'm saying? But the nigga got some type of rank because I be hearing talk of him a lot in the intertwine of the gang world. You get what I'm saying? And the nigga said that he gave Jim Jones the okay for him in game to shoot that music. What's the name of that song that Jim Jones and the game did? Certified Gangsters or something. It's one of them videos and shit. It's like they rhyming to Easy E beat or some shit. So he said that he gave Jim Jones the okay for to do this shit because Jim Jones tapped in like a man and Jim Jones was on some old other shit. See, that's why I think LA would respect you more if you a East Coast blood, but you coming over there to the turf, not repping the blood shit. I think they respect you more. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, man, y'all do y'all due diligence on OG Mac. That nigga read Monster Cody book, a rival game member of my set. You get what I'm saying? Wrote a book years ago and shit. That majority of the gang, I ain't gonna say majority, but a number amount of gangsters and motherfuckers in prison in the streets and shit read that book and really took from that book because Monster Cody, OG Monster Cody was speaking some real gutter raw shit in that motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Like Monster Cody would cut motherfucker all arms off and shit, like doing little shit like that. You get what I'm saying? From the Nick Gardens. What's from the Nick Gardens? I know the. Let me see. Where the bounty hunters from? But bounty hunter from Watts or something too. Right? The Nick Gardens. What's that? That in Wat? That's in Watson. Listen to this, y'all. Cause don't disrespect the East Coast guys like that use a buster if you think they aren't real. Yo, how else can I put this shit, man? If I'm over here in North Carolina or something, right? I'm over here claiming, let me see, Boogaloo Crips or whatever the case may be. It's some shit that I started on my own. I didn't tap in or have no relatives, family members, or homies or nothing from a sanctioned gang. You get what I'm saying? That's what the fuck OG Mac did with the goddamn Bloods and shit. You get what I'm saying? What the hell is you talking about, man? You sitting up here, you one of them fake ass East Coast Bloods and shit, man. Y'all know goodness goddamn well, and your OG failed if he didn't tell you this, or your big homie failed if he ain't tell you this shit. OG Mac didn't have no LA ties and shit, man. He lied to niggas in New York so they can believe him more and join ship. That nigga ain't have no type of goddamn LA ties whatsoever. The nigga read the 8 Tray Gangster OG Monster Cody book. He took what he read from Monster Cody book and revised that shit into blood shit. So if you read goddamn some shit about Crips, then you a person that go over here and be like, yo, I'm gonna take what I just read and make this about Bloods and call it the 9 Tray. Then I just said Monster Cody was 8 Tray. So OG Mac took from what his book was like, yo, since this nigga 8 Tray, I'm gonna say we 9 Tray Bloods since he was a Crip. You get what I'm saying? Like, this shit crazy as fuck, yo. Anybody can see that. You dumb as hell too. If you a fake ass fuck too. If you sitting around this motherfucker jacking the East Coast Blood set, you get what I'm saying? That ain't sanctioned. Don't you want to be sanctioned? OG Mac ass is from the Bronx. And look, I'm ready. Look, these dumbass New York motherfuckers. See, I ain't ready to argue with no damn dummies. But look, the nigga UBN started in California prison system, right? These New York niggas saying that the UBN started in New York. That's some shit that OG Mac started amongst goddamn a handful of chosen people. You get what I'm saying? Like that he felt like can take on the leadership of the Bloods and shit. And he felt like that put in that work and shit. That's where the UBN came from in New York. But the real new UBN came from California prison system, you damn dodo dummies. You get what I'm saying? Just around this bitch talking about some goddamn UBN and shit. That shit was goddamn founded in goddamn California prison system. And you got East Coast Bloods come over here. I mean, over here talking about it started over here in New York. I mean, started in New York and shit. The hell calling me. Yeah, so I do content about this shit a lot. I'll G check, I'll do any of that shit to any one of these motherfuckers claiming that East Coast Blood shit. Shit crazy. Motherfuckers saying hating. Telling the truth is not hating. Who said that shit a lot? And to the statement right there you just made, if anybody oppose any type of threat or approach me in a way that I feel like is threatening, gonna be the worst day of their life. You motherfucking fake ass New York blood. Y'all fake fucks. Can't even call y'all slobs. Y'all not real bloods. Oh, Yeah, I know they all right, they bounty hunters, all right. I don't know who Chucky is, and I don't give a fuck about who's Chucky. So no, I ain't watching. But back to this damn New York blood fake ass nigga and shit. All of y'all niggas fake as hell. I'm calling all of y'all out. Y'all share this shit to whoever y'all think bloods and shit. When I said bloods, I'm talking about like any one of these East Coast sets. Of course, y'all know Takashi 6ix9ine. We ain't gonna even get into him, but the whole crew that he was hanging around, fraudulent. I'm claiming some goddamn nine trade shit. The fuck? Yeah, fake ass New York bloods, East Coast bloods. Can't call y'all slobs. Y'all not real bloods. Oh, fake ass niggas and shit. You still want to be a part of something that's based upon fraudulent. Oh shit. That's why I say y'all OGs and big homies failed you all. Cause it's known. It's a known fact. OG Mac took took what he read from a Crip book and started the Bloods and shit. And wasn't sanctioned or anything. Like they ain't okay that nigga or nothing. He just jacked that shit. You get what I'm saying? These motherfuckers fake as hell, but gonna lie, but gonna argue with you, man. Our shit real. We done put in too much blood, sweat, and tears. I don't give a fuck about who died from that shit. Y'all shit is still fake as hell, man, and fraudulent. So run and cry to somebody else, man. That's their rebuttal, man. We know they ain't jacking us over here on the East Coast, but yo, they gotta respect us, man. We done put in blood, sweat, and tears. We done lost homies for this shit. So what? Does that take away the fact that y'all fraudulent motherfuckers? Y'all hearing what the fuck I'm saying? A dude was reading a Crip book one day, one time, and then he was reading a Crip book, and he was on some shit like, yo, instead of me saying I'm a Crip, I'm a goddamn go around people and said that I got family ties to LA, and they put me down with this blood shit. I'm gonna take this blood shit and I'm gonna damn let this shit trickle down the whole up and down the whole New York, up and down the whole East Coast and shit. That's what a nigga did. I'm trying to tell you all, and it's documented. It's a documented fact. But you'll have motherfuckers that's gonna still argue with me and talking about they real bloods and tell that to a blood that's over here East Coast and shit, and watch how you be flatline. Like I said before, make any type of threatening move towards me, that's gonna be your worst day and shit. These motherfuckers mad as hell, man. Can't call y'all slobs. Y'all are not real bloods. We almost at the 40-minute mark, so I'm gonna let this shit rock out to 40 minutes. Fake ass New York East Coast bloods, fraudulent. And I'll tell that shit to any one of these YNs or OGs over this bitch. Like honestly. And what you gonna do? Some East Coast bloods, East Coast knockoffs. Oh shit. And I like I said on this channel, I ain't biased, yo. What I don't get, NYG's bless you on they turn. Ain't no fighting to see if your hands work or anything. See what the niggas used to do in New York and shit to put you on and shit, right? These niggas used to goddamn get you to go cut somebody else to show that you tough or some shit like that. Yo, go get that nigga a buck 50 right there. Then you down with the set. Some shit like that. That's all them niggas was doing. And then like they try to act like they formed that shit because of oppression. Do y'all know that the Latin Kings was goddamn on the Bloods ass? So never let these niggas fool you all and act like yo, they some type of fearing entity or whatever the case may be. The Latin Kings was on the blood niggas ass. I'm trying to tell you all. They was on their ass, yo, giving niggas $1.50, all of that shit. Fake ass East Coast Bloods and shit, man. The fuck, especially New York. That 1090 Jake, like all these motherfuckers is claiming this blood shit. And the set's supposed to be goddamn East Coast and shit. These motherfuckers fraudulent as hell. So the next live, I'll probably get into Bobby Smurder because, like I said, I'm not biased over here. It's a Crip set in goddamn New York. Them motherfuckers fraudulent as hell too. But I don't want to make this live about the Crips and shit. This shit is about the Bloods. The next live, it'll be about the Crips. I ain't biased over here. And them niggas is knockoffs. Bobby Smurder, Roddy Rebel, like them niggas is knockoffs. Anytime you don't get sanctioned by the homeland or whatever, you just out here just jacking shit. And what I mean by jacking is like you basically took something and said like, yo, this is what it is. That's all they basically did in New York. But you best believe can't now one of them take their black ass to motherfucking LA with that shit. When they go over there, it's just like they getting money or for leisure. They ain't going over that bitch talking about, yo, I'm not Trey standing on 10 and shit. Hell no. Cause they ain't gonna make it back. Hot 1090, aka Bobby Hill. Yeah, he claimed that sex money murder shit too. Young Thug too. Like, I'm telling you all, motherfuckers is not listening though. Why the fuck y'all look at these niggas as real Bloods and shit? I don't even call them Bloods. You get what I'm saying? They are rebels. And look, Young Thug and damn motherfucking, what's his name? 1090 Jake, right? Sex Money Murder. Didn't I tell y'all Sex Money Murder was a goddamn clique, a group of niggas and shit that Pistol Pete was around and shit like that. Pistol Pete started that Sex Money Murder shit in the Bronx. It became Blood when OG Mac respected Pistol Pete when he came inside the jails and shit like that. He respected that nigga and wanted to give him leadership in the Bloods. Pistol Pete on some shit like, all right, I'll take leadership, but I got to bring my clique with me, which is Sex Money Murder. So that's how Sex Money Murder became Bloods and shit. But it's originally a area in the Bronx that a group of niggas used to get around and call themselves Sex Money Murder. So when you got Young Thug and 1090 Jake talking about they Sex Money Murder, what, y'all from the Bronx or something? You get what I'm saying? Now y'all get what the fuck I'm saying about this fraudulent shit. You get what I'm saying? gshine and so forth. When y'all realize that y'all goddamn been bamboozled with this gang shit, why didn't y'all reach out to somebody and get y'all shit really sanctioned? It's a nigga named Nino Cappuccino, right? A bounty hunter blood nigga and shit. And he said that it's some niggas from New Jersey claiming that bounty hunter shit, right? And they reached out to him and he told them on some real shit like, yo, y'all repping this shit the wrong way, y'all doing this the wrong way, and such and such. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know what set Tretch claim, what set of Bloods Tretch claim and shit like that. Dakota. You the same way, Dakota, that was talking about that motherfucking you said your neck hurt like motherfucking Charlie Kirk neck. I was like, yo, that nigga foul as fuck for saying some shit like that. But man, picture me on an open platform, expose my face, name, everything. And I got it's documented. This is the type of shit that I react on. Go on my goddamn channel and just type in New York Bloods or East Coast Bloods or something and see like, yo, this ain't the first time that I done talked about these niggas and shit. And I'll go right out here and tell any one of these YNs that shit. Y'all jacking some fake ass shit. Like Snoop said, if you are banging in your city, stay in your city because the politics is different in California. 6ix9ine and Lil Wayne learned real quick. Oh shit. And yeah, and then I always didn't understand why Wack 100 said the shit that he said. He really dissing motherfuckers. But that's real. I don't fuck with Wack 100 like that, but that was some real. See, y'all see, I ain't no bias nigga, I ain't no hate nigga, none of that shit. but he said some real shit. The nigga said like when he leave out of LA and shit, California or whatever, he said he do not discuss game politics with none of these other niggas that you might bump across in their city or state or something that's claiming they blood and shit. So you would think if you a blood over here, you would be goddamn conversing with other bloods in these other states. Whack 100 said when he goddamn leave out of California, right? He said he do not acknowledge none of these other gangs and shit. And I used to always think like, what the fuck Whack 100 talking about? Until I done my due diligence on that shit, I was like, yo, he really hating because he feel like, yo, if you ain't from LA, Compton, Watts, or wherever that West Coast shit, wherever gang you repping and shit, right? If you ain't from there, if you weren't born there, you ain't go to school there, get the squabbles in them little alleys, you ducking a route to school because your rival set stay on this block. Like, if you ain't go through none of that shit, then he look at you like, yo, you ain't really no gang member. You get what I'm saying? So now I get the picture on what he's saying and I feel him on that shit. I respect that shit. I was like, why the fuck he always saying like when such and such be like, they'll ask him, do he fuck with such and such? That's a blood. And he'll be on some shit like, yo, when I leave out of LA, California, whatever, I do not acknowledge none of these other gangs and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, man, but had to ruffle some fellas a little bit. I stay doing it over here. Fuck all y'all East Coast knockoffs, Bloods, New York Bloods, or whatever the case may be. Feel how you feel. Dropping the goddamn comments and shit. Y'all motherfuckers knockoffs. Jacking some goddamn Crip shit. I mean blood shit. And I ain't even sanctioned. I'm gonna get into the Crips that's not sanctioned too. Yeah, man. Almost 50 minutes in. So I know this gonna get some views. It's gonna get about 200, 300 views and shit. Motherfucker asked me why I got my glasses on. Now they off now what? I'm looking y'all in the motherfucking eyes when I said this shit. Y'all some fake fraudulent motherfuckers and shit, yo. All of you East Coast Bloods and New York Bloods. It's been real, man. I'm gonna let this shit rock out to 50 minutes, man. When you talk about the locs on the East Coast, do you give Dave East some props? That's something I got to check into because this nigga claiming a goddamn yeah, I gotta check into that Harlem 30 shit. Like how did he get put down and shit like that, or who did he go see? Because he frequent over this, I mean over here. He frequent in LA as well. You get what I'm saying? And he was goddamn in pictures with Nip and all of that shit too. But like I said, Nip was also in pictures with Bobby Smurler and them. And Bobby Smurler and the GS9 are not no sanctioned Crips. That shit they repping is fraudulent as hell too. So yeah, you gave me something to think about when this shit come up. Yeah, yeah. Dave East. That Harlem 30. He represent that Harlem 30 shit. So I just got to see if the set that he claiming and shit, right? The fraction that he claimed, do they got any type of Cali ties or did they just jack that shit? Far as like, yo, salute Daniel. Far as like OG from over the way sanction them or big homie sanction them or whatever. Man, these mosquitoes tagging me out this bitch. But yeah, man, appreciate that Max 7. I'ma check into that. Cause I forgot all about that nigga. I forgot all about that nigga. Oh, East Coast Bloods more ruthless than West Coast Bloods. Anybody can be ruthless. That necessarily don't mean like See, like I said, like how I said that, anybody can be ruthless. So I ain't putting no stain on them for saying that they are not ruthless. You get what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to make is like motherfuckers is fraudulent. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, I appreciate you all for tapping in. Y'all giving y'all input. The trolls, I appreciate you all for stopping by, giving me my views. Max 7, really appreciate you. You gave me something to think about.